So this guy, his name is Devin Arthurs, and Devin is 18 years old, living in a Tampa apartment with three other young men. And these are not normal roommates. According to investigators, all four of them are connected to a violent neo-Nazi group called the Atomwaffen Division. One roommate, Brandon Russell, actually helped create the group, and Brandon is also serving in the Florida National Guard. So we already have four extremists, military training, and a shared apartment. This is going to end terribly. But then Devin suddenly converts to Islam, which is a pretty major lifestyle change when you are living inside what is basically a neo-Nazi clubhouse. And according to Devin, two of his roommates, Andrew Wanchuk and Jeremy Himmelman, start mocking his new religion. So on May 19th, 2017, Devin grabs a rifle and shoots both of them inside the apartment. Andrew is 18. Jeremy is 22. And after murdering his roommates, Devin walks across the street into a smoke shop, because apparently his day is not chaotic enough yet. Devin pulls out a handgun, forces three people onto the floor, and holds them hostage while ranting about religion and politics. Police surround the store, negotiate with him, and eventually convince him to surrender. Then Devin tells them there are two dead men inside his apartment, so police cross the street. And outside, police find Brandon Russell alive. Brandon has just returned from National Guard duty, crying and acting completely shocked. At first, Brandon looks like the only innocent person in this story. He is not, because police search the apartment and find a cooler inside the garage, and the cooler is not filled with drinks. It contains HMTD, an extremely unstable homemade explosive. Nearby, investigators find explosive chemicals, fuses, electric matches, and modified ammunition casings. Basically, the garage is a bomb laboratory. Then they search Brandon's bedroom. They find guns, ammunition, neo-Nazi propaganda, and a framed photograph of Oklahoma City bomber Timothy McVeigh sitting on his dresser. Because nothing says innocent rocket enthusiast like keeping a domestic terrorist's photograph beside your bed. Brandon admits that he manufactured the explosive, but claims he was experimenting with rocket fuel. Sure. Devin then tells investigators that Brandon had discussed attacking power lines, synagogues, and even nuclear facilities. Those specific attack claims were not proven in Brandon's 2017 case. But the explosives were very real, and instead of staying in Tampa, Brandon leaves. Federal agents arrest him the next day in Key Largo with two newly purchased rifles and ammunition. He later pleads guilty to federal explosives charges and receives 5 years in prison. Meanwhile, Devin's murder case stalls for almost 6 years because doctors repeatedly find him mentally incompetent to stand trial. But in May 2023, on the exact day jury selection is supposed to begin, Devin abandons his insanity defense and accepts a plea deal. He pleads guilty to 2 murders and 3 kidnappings. He receives 45 years in prison, followed by 15 years of probation. So Devin goes to prison, Brandon finishes his 5-year sentence, and that should be the end of the story. Except, Brandon gets released and immediately proves that everyone was right to be concerned. He begins working with another extremist to attack electrical substations around Baltimore. Their plan is to shoot several substations at the same time and trigger a massive regional blackout. Fortunately, the FBI is already watching them. Brandon is arrested before the attack happens. In 2025, he is convicted and receives 20 more years in federal prison, followed by supervision for the rest of his life. And here is the disturbing part. If Devin had not committed those murders, police might never have searched that apartment. And they might never have discovered Brandon's explosives.